can't get much better than twins.
No, Jenny Kleeman spent the day seeing how small differences in the seemingly identical could benefit us all.
A sunny Saturday in June, and over 700 identical twins gathered together to mark 21 years of research into their genes. This is the biggest gathering of twins in Europe, and definitely an unusual sight for passers-by.
But it's not the similarities between these siblings the researchers here are interested in, it's the differences, however small they might be. Any minute variation between twins could hold the key to why humans get a range of disorders and diseases.
Researchers around the world are using your data that we're helping collect.
Professor Tim Spector, who founded the research, noticed that there were some subtle differences in the genes of identical twins, or at least what controls those genes.
Twins are a unique natural experiment that you couldn't do any other way. The classic use of twins is basically to separate nature and nurture. But more recently, we're focusing on why some of these identical twins are different. Some will have cancer, the other one won't. Some will have a certain propensity to depression, the other one won't.
This machine tests what you need for glasses, likely.
Although they are running some basic tests, today is primarily a 21st anniversary party for the research programme.
Cheers!
And it's also to thank the 12,000 volunteers who provided both their bodies and their minds to help the rest of us.
It's very fulfilling, actually, to know that you're helping other people.
You're useful.
Yes, for once in our lives.
It's like being born with a best friend.
I mean, I've done job interviews for him. He's done meetings for me.
Did you get in the job?
No, I got a second interview. He got the second interview. He got the second interview. I then found the second interview.
It's an amazing sight to see so many identical twins, and a unique opportunity to talk to them. In fact, I'm feeling a bit left out.
That's better.
I pick up the phone to ring my sister, and it's engaged. And then later on, I find out it's because she's picked up the phone at the same time to phone me.
You're more dominant than me, although today she's learned the phrase, believe in twins.
Professor Tim Spector's latest research is particularly interested in discordant twins. That's when one has a disease or condition that the other twin doesn't.
There's this new science of epigenetics. Genes are working differently in the two twins, although they're exactly the same genes structurally. So, a bit like a light switch, they're being turned up or down in one twin and not the other, and that's why we get these differences.
That's really remarkable then, so potentially you might be in the future in a position to stop somebody developing a very serious disease or condition by tweaking the dimmer switch on their genes.
What it means is that you may have had these genes which give you this susceptibility, but that's not your destiny. You can change your destiny by altering your genes, and it's changing the way many other scientists are approaching diseases.
Chris Helenga was diagnosed with breast cancer 4 years ago. Her twin, Maren, hasn't got the disease.
It's research to say that stress can cause one thing or another, and we've had various things in our lives happen where I might have not dealt with it as well as Maren did, but nothing we can definitely say that was it, and that sometimes just leaves a massive question mark. But I think because we are in this position where we are identical twins, yet one of us has a disease, we're in this perfect position to actually be guinea pigs for stuff like this.
The Helengas are one of 60 pairs of twins in the study where one has breast cancer. Research into this is providing invaluable evidence of how our genes actually work.
Early studies have shown that there is one particular gene which seems to be changing 5 years before diagnosis. So if we can replicate that in bigger numbers, this could potentially be a really good diagnostic test that all people, not just twins, could actually have.
Of course, this has been loads of fun for all the twins here today, but it's also incredibly important.
The subtle differences between these seemingly identical twins could prove life-saving for us all.